Bro, listen.
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good, host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Can't get enough baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
All right. If Joe Kelly shows up with a box of books that he wrote, part of it, and tells you to read it, I'm going to read the book.
Oh, he told you to read it?
It wasn't implied to read the book.
Okay, all right. Are you a big book reader? Is that?
No, I'm not much of a book reader.
Well, that's what we're here for.
You're here to give a book that's a little different so that it actually entices somebody who doesn't read many books.
Okay. Before we move on, what was your favorite part? Was it? Let me just give you the layup, all right? Because this is what Joe sort of defaults to.
Okay.
He's very proud of his conversation with the commissioner. So he sat down with the commissioner, which is basically like, are you a hockey guy?
Yeah, hockey.
All right. So this is the equivalent of, I'm dating myself, Ty Domi sitting down with Gary Bettman. A guy who's been suspended a lot. Sat down, 45 minutes, talking with the commissioner. Very proud of it. So.
Yep. I mean, it has to be that.
Yeah. All right. Good answer. Good answer.
I'm not going to spill too much, but that has to be the part.
All right. Well, good. We want people to
gotta read the book. We gotta read it. You want to know the stuff. You want to know the juice. Read the book.
All right. Were you pleasantly surprised that Joe Kelly was able to write a book?
Honestly, no, because of being around Joe enough, and some in the 2020 season, and then last year, nothing surprises me when it comes to Joe.
You got a good Joe Kelly story? So this is the other part about it. I didn't tell you this. So this podcast, he's the owner of this brand, the Baseball's Important. Yep. Do you have a T-shirt?
I don't know if I do.
Oh, we'll get you one after.
Perfect.
All right. But he owns this brand. He has the LLC.
Okay.
So
not surprised.
So you have a good story now?
Not really. Honestly though, just cool seeing him bring Knox around the clubhouse. Knox loved it, and then just watching Joe be a dad, it was cool. Just seeing him bring Knox around, go have him hit in the batting cage and watch him play catch out in the outfield. So I would say that.
All right. So that was your time with the Dodgers. Now you're not with the Dodgers anymore. I am always fascinated sort of by anytime anyone switches teams, switches organizations, and also gets traded. So one question I've asked guys in the past is, where were you when you found out you were going to trade?
Well, two-part answer. Part one, when there was rumors that kind of started swirling on it about Tuesday in the evening, I was on the couch in my apartment in Arizona with my wife. We were sitting watching Bravo on TV, getting a little reality TV. And I got a message from a couple buddies. My phone kind of just started ringing really fast. She's like, "What's going on?" And I got a message from a reporter, and was like, "Hey, not sure if this is true or not, but if it was a pleasure, being around you in the clubhouse and stuff." And I was like, "I just think we just got traded." And I called my agents. I was like, "Hey, have you heard anything? What's going on?" Nothing. They had no idea. And so that was part one, on the couch, seeing the rumors. And then part two was, the Dodgers did a really good job keeping me in the loop, going hey, there are talks, nothing solidified, just be ready to answer the phone. They were like, "Hey, be ready Friday morning, we're going to know one way or the other." Friday morning rolls around, nothing. Friday afternoon rolls around. I've just been waiting around all day. And then we ended up having dinner with a bunch of our friends that lived in Arizona that played baseball in LA, and we go to dinner, and we were going to go see Christmas lights because it was Christmas time at the Princess Hotel. And sit down for dinner, immediately drinks come, phone rings. "Ryan, thanks for everything. We traded you to Tampa."
Oh, man.
I'm like, I should have went to lunch. I would have found out earlier, right?
What a long day.
Yeah, it was a long day.
So first of all, the first part, when you have the rumors, does that surprise you?
Yeah, I was a little taken aback from it. Wasn't expecting anything. I mean, honestly, I don't think you ever are expecting it. But it was just okay, and then at that point, after the rumors kind of swirled and I started talking to people, I was just like, "Hey, if it happens, it happens. It's meant to happen for a reason."
Yeah, but they told you Friday morning. It's
Yeah, it was a long a long few days. I didn't sleep a whole lot the next few days because I was like, what is going on? I just really wanted to know one way or the other. That was really how it was.
So once it happens, and we've had this conversation, it's like a two-way thing, right? Where you're leaving your guys behind. I mean, your guys who you know.
Yep.
You're leaving Joe behind. And you're also, but a team really wants you. That's another. So which overtook the other?
I think it was the team really wants me.
Yeah.
So I was really excited for the opportunity. And obviously, like you said, I was bummed to leave my buddies and my boys. Like, they're guys that I literally came up through the minor leagues with and went through everything together. And it was a fun group and a great clubhouse to be in. And I'm very thankful and appreciative for my time in LA. But at the same time, I'm really happy that I'm here in Tampa and really happy with the group that's here, the staff. And I was just thrilled that they wanted me.
So how much were you familiar? Listen, I mean, the two organizations. We've tied Ryan Brazier on, right?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, he's the epitome of going to an organization. Hey, go to Arizona for 10 days, learn a cutter, and be really, really good. But Tampa is also the secret sauce organization. So, how much were you familiar? Is that on your radar when that happens? I think, I'm interested in how they're going to make me even more awesome than I am.
I mean, I played with Garrett Clevenger, who's here, played with him in LA, and obviously he was really good with us in LA, and then here he just took off even more. And so like talking with him, and then on the flip side, LA had JP Fireheisen and Ryan Yarborough. So talking with those guys, they're like, hey, you're going to good hands. Like, so it kind of just put at ease, knowing somebody who was here, coming with Johnny too, so I wasn't going by myself. And then talking to guys who had been in the organization, and they're like, you're going to be fine. They're going to help you. They're going to make you better, and you're going to a good situation.
What's the first thing? A lot of people don't understand. Usually it doesn't work. Hey, we just traded for you. Do this. Like there's an easing into process. But what is the first thing that they said? Okay, we see this and we like this, and maybe we can do this.
It was a lot of just, hey, we like what you did last season, attacking the zone, filling it up with the whole mix, and let's take that another step forward. Emphasis on strike one, emphasis on filling up the zone, sprinting to 2 strikes and trying to have the guy out before 3 pitches, or at least have 2 strikes when you're 3 pitches into that bat. It was just a lot of simplification of things, and the way the Rays have said stuff to me was just a lot of simplifying it and making it very easy to comprehend, and then comprehend it from off the field, and when you talk about it, and being able to incorporate it in the game setting.
When you get to spring training, does it feel weird?
Oh, it was different. First Florida spring training, so.
It's terrible.
It wasn't, honestly.
Well,
I've heard horror stories about it, and it wasn't
It's just
bad.
long car rides, man. Like
I did pitch in all road games in spring, so
did?
I was a road warrior, except for the last one we pitched at the Trop. So my first 4 or 5 or whatever it was all on the roads. I went Dunedin, and then I did both.
Did you do Lakeland?
I didn't have to go to Lakeland. I had both places in Fort Myers, and then Clearwater as well. So
Just find the good restaurants in Port Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's okay.
yeah, I mean, I was living in Punta Gorda, like a little south.
Yeah.
I was in a golf course neighborhood, so it was great. I mean, just go to the park. They're like, hey, go home. Like, you don't have to stay for games. Like, go to the golf course. Go hang with my wife. Like, it was great.
So, now what was weird? What else was weird?
Well, with spring training in LA, there were just thousands of fans all over the place at all times. In Port Charlotte, there was fans all over the place, but it wasn't like everything roped off. Like you can only walk these places, or there's people everywhere. You could just walk wherever, and it was great.
Can I tell you? So I went out to see Joe, and stayed with Joe, and we the day I was there was the Shohei getting married announcement.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was.
It was
insane.
You're right about the road. There's ropes everywhere there.
It's like there's only certain spots that you can walk to go on the fields, and if you got to go between fields, it's like they stop the walking traffic, and then you got to go across.
So when you start going through spring training, and they're like, okay, let's do things this way. How long did it take? Congratulations on everything, by the way.
Thank you.
I buried that. So
thank
congratulations
you.
on
Thank
that. How long did it take you to feel like, okay, I'm in a rhythm here a bit?
My first few games in spring didn't go exactly the way I wanted to. I mean, there's a part of it that's just building up the ups, building up the pitch count, but then you also want to see the success kind of carry over. So after second or third one, we ended up going to the backfields, throwing a game, just like a simulated setting, and then Snides was behind me, telling me sometimes what to throw, but then or would ask me, hey, you just threw this one here, what are we doing off of it? So it was kind of more of an interactive setting. And then that just kind of just zoned everything in, go out there and attack the zone, fill it up. If it's heater down away, what can I throw off? If it's a heater up, what can I throw off? If it's a slider that I yank, what can I do to maybe it's a change up the back door or whatever it is, just like using one pitch, take it to the next. That was the big message.
Are you, and I should check I apologize for not checking your Baseball Savant page. What are you throwing more now? Anything?
I'm throwing four-seam fastballs, slider, changeup, and then incorporating a curveball a little bit.
All right. Was it, and this is a cliche question, do you look at what Tyler Glasnow does? Like, we can be humans, right? Do you look at what he does, and is there that pressure? I mean, not that you like losing sleep over it, but, it's a big trade.
It was a big trade, but one of the first things when I got on the phone with Eric or Cash, when the trade went through, they were like, hey, we traded for you and Johnny, and we want you guys to be Ryan and Johnny. We don't want you to be Glass's replacement. We want you to go out there and try to be Tyler Glasnow. We want you to be Ryan and just be yourself, and what you do is enough. And hearing that over and over for the first few weeks after the trade, and then when spring happened, because I got that question a lot.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Rightfully so. It's
no, but it's a good. It makes me feel good that sometimes people say stuff and it hits the right way. Yeah. It takes a load off.
No, it definitely took a load off where I didn't have to worry about it. Then it wasn't. And I know from talking to people about him, he's a great guy, like super nice, and so filling that void in the clubhouse, being a nice guy, is exactly what me and Johnny do. It's just down to earth, talk to everybody, the friends, everyone. So that was the easy part. And then on the field wise, they took that pressure away from us, and me especially. They didn't want me thinking about it. They didn't want me to have to worry about it. They're like, he's him and you're you, different people.
That's good though.
Yeah, no, it was great. And without having that, I'm sure I probably would have thought about it a lot more. But hearing that over and over again really took a whole lot of weight off of it.
All right. Two more. Number one, did you go to Butler because they made it to the final game in the NCAA tournament?
2 years in a row.
Brad Stevens.
Yeah, Brad Stevens.
You ever met Brad Stevens?
He was around, shook his hand once, but I didn't really talk to him very much.
All right.
Gordon Hayward too. No, I really went there because I grew up 20 minutes from campus.
Oh.
And I'd gone to a lot of Butler basketball games, but then also at the same time, going into college, it was going to be my first time playing baseball only, not playing any other sports, and then my first time just pitching. So I really needed to go somewhere if I wanted to. Like, obviously I had dreams and goals and aspirations of playing professionally, and if I wanted to have that chance, I wanted to go somewhere where it was going to let me pitch and pitch a lot early. And they were giving me the opportunity going in. They're like, hey, you're going to compete for a rotation spot as a freshman. You're not going to sit in the bullpen. And a lot of other schools that I did look at was like, hey, it's most likely going to be bullpen freshman year, then possibly rotation. And I was like, I need to pitch. So that was
Mike Trout came on here. It was actually like 2 feet from here, and he said, I would tell everyone to play 3 sports in high school.
Yep. I mean, I played football all through high school, played basketball my freshman, sophomore year, and then played like church league basketball with my buddies the last 2. But yeah, I played 3 all the way through sophomore year of high school.
Okay, last one. This is the Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage hot or not question. Hot or not, teleportation is better than invisibility.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Because I can go 40 different countries in one day. Like, my wife and I are huge travelers. I could just teleport straight to Paris, and then I could go to southern part of Spain. I could go to Italy, Greece, all in the same day if I wanted to, and then be back home and sleep in my own bed.
Can I just say that's the most definitive answer we've had?
Absolutely. Excellent. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.